This is casting off, or the bind off method for getting off a whole round piece so that you still have a hole left in the bottom, like so, so you don't have to pull it tight and shut. So here we go. It's very simple. Wherever you finished, there you go, we finished on this peg. So our first peg, if you're right-handed, will be toward the right. If you're left-handed, this string might be over here and you'll work toward the left, whatever you find most comfortable for you. So this is where the string is hanging off, so you'll want the one to the right. Okay, and you'll need a crochet hook, a small one. It might actually come in handy for you. So we're just going to pick the one that's beside it. Okay, we're going to pick that off, and we're going to stretch it and put it onto the one where the string is hanging off out of the bottom. And I'm going to do the whole wheel here, so once you get this concept you can click off at any time. Others that want to stay with me, then you can go ahead, it doesn't matter. So you're going to have two now on this one, and you're going to pull the bottom one up and over the peg, like so. And now you're going to take this one, pull it up and off, and move it toward the right. Okay, so you see the string? This is just going to stay where it is. I wouldn't suggest cutting it at this time. Cut it after, because if you cut it too short, you're going to be upset with yourself. So going to the next one, just pulling up over and pulling it toward the left. Sometimes this is pretty tight. I'm hoping for my demonstration that it won't be. Excuse me. So then the bottom one. And then what I mean by the bottom, some people work with their rings upright. I work with them upside down. So when I say bottom, I mean the one closest to the actual ring part. Up and over. Now picking that one up, we're going to move it toward the right. We try not to lose these strings too much. They're not very forgiving once you get caught up in these things. Okay, so there's the, so we go to the next one. Up and over toward the left. Put it on. Take the bottom one, push it over the top. And now take this one and put it back onto the one to the right. So I should come up with a little jingle to remember that. So we go right onto the left. The bottom, up and over. And now this one to work back toward the right. Okay. Next one, up and onto the left. Okay, and the bottom, up and over, and back to the right. Okay, next one to the left, up and over. Now this one toward the right. So what's happening here is almost like a crochet kind of finish that it's doing. So up and to the left, up and over, back to the right. Next one to the left, up and over, and now to the right. Next one up to the left, up and over, to the right. So next one to the left, up and over, back to the right. You'll find now that we're at the halfway point, this gets a lot looser to work with because you were stretching. So let's keep going. Okay, up and over. Okay, next one to the left. Up and over. Back to the right. Okay, next one. Up. Up and over. Back to the right. Next one. To the left. Up and over. Back to the right. Next one to the left. We're almost done. Up and over. Back to the right. Up to the left. Up and over. Back to the right. Up to the left. Up and over. Back to the right. Up to the left. Up and over, and back to the right. To the left, up and over, back to the right. Up to the left, up and over, back to the right. Okay, up and over. So that was back to the left, so then up and over, and now back to the right. Okay, up. Up and over. To the right. Okay, up to the left. It'll be really loosey-goosey now because it's just one left on there. Up and over. And now you want to take this one off. And now you'll want to take your loosey-goosey ends and trim them to the desired length. If you want to close it, then you'll make these a lot longer. Just going to cut it, and then using your crochet hook, or if you can manage with your fingers, just stick it through that loop that was just left. Pull it through. Okay. And then you'll want to tie a knot here if you want to, and then just weave off the ends into the actual piece. So there you go. And that is how to bind off.